Monex Limited creates handmade wooden crafts and souvenirs. It is the income-generating arm of the Sir John Golden Rehabilitation Center.
I've been here from 1985. I left and went to the Hope Valley Experimental School, which is also affiliated with here. That's where they integrate the disabled and able-bodied people so that they learn to grow together. And if the children can excel, they go as far as grade 6. Some have limited capabilities, so they can only do certain things, and that's it. But they still try to get them into school, so that they can even learn whatever they can. Maybe they don't have the education to do certain things, but they have the skills. And that's why Professor John Golden, late, he died, he opened up these other areas, like the Woodwork Center, where we have people who are able-bodied and disabled, and they teach them to work with their hands if their hands are good, and to develop a skill so they can earn some money to make their lives better. During the years, he further established the Athlone Wing, and that is to enable disabled children from the rural areas who can't access schools to be able to get to and from school. We used to also clean headsets for Air Jamaica, but from it was taken over by Caribbean Airlines. It just took its time and faded away till it's no longer here. But the Fly Jamaica Airways have been giving us some work in that area over about 2 years ago now. It's not a lot like the other one, but it helps away. And most of these things that we have is to help disabled people, because most of disabled people we employ so that they can feel wanted and feel like they are independent. So that was the main purpose of Professor Golden's thing with making this place whatever it is. He has contributed a lot, and they are living off his legacy right now. His son is the one that is keeping it operational. That's Senator Justice Mark Golden, and he helps a lot too. The bindery is run and operated by Mr. Thomas. He's a part of the community, but he's independent from us. And whenever we have people doing things that relate to that, we tell them about it. And if there's anything that relates to us, he tells the other people about us. He gives us his thing, work at cheaper prices than the regular people. We are on the same compound. And he also assists with the hospital side to the Sierra. If he does work for them, it's at a cheaper rate than the regular going rate.
At the printry, what we really do, we do general printing, restoration of books, and only thing we don't do is money. Anything is stationery that we can think of, we do it. So say you have a favorite book that's going bad and need it to come back like new, we can bring it back for you. And our goal is to provide employment for the physically challenged. It's a mixture, both able-bodied and physically challenged individuals. The university used to offer a printing course. So some years ago, I do the course at UWI. I worked on campus for a number of years. And in 2006, I started operating this for myself. Many years ago, a friend of mine used to work on campus doing restoration of book. And I remember giving my old book to fix. And when he brought it back, it looked like new. So I said, wow, I'd like to learn this trade. And that's how it was started.
What I see from my perspective is that in the woodwork shop, for example, we need some more modern machinery to get work done. The work is done 100%, the fine products, as you can see, but they are not so advertised as it should be. We are down in this, we call it the valley, and we're on the internet, but a few people knows of us, and the people who knows of us are like the older ones. not the young people or stuff. And maybe we're making some things that don't appeal to the youngest people either. So we need to like step up to new production. And we have a skeleton staff now. It used to be like 4 or 5 able-bodied people and some disabled, about double that, doing our assisting and learning. Some have even been great craftsmen here, some disabled people, but they all died, elderly people. So we need some new machinery, new products to be competitive with the present market, advertisement, and to get into the other side of the world, like Trelawney, in those years. And even in town, we used to have a shop in town, but they stopped doing that, and I think that was a mistake, because at least you should have an outside shop that people can source the thing. Otherwise, I'm coming here, because we're really far from the central places. We get the jobs or the, like Christy envisioned, and she came to me to find out if we could assemble these beads for them. And I grabbed that the opportunity because I knew there were these guys who were craving to get something to do. It's hard work because you have to take a stock of everything that she gives us and then issue to the people. Everything, beads, whatever it is that it takes. So then come back, you have to check it up again to see that everything that it gives out come back. But it's worth it because you see people smiling and they're getting some money in their pocket. That's a good sign. So if we can get other jobs that they can do, because some people think that they can't do things because they're disabled, but you'll be surprised to know that they can do more than even some of the work the strong people won't do. And working with them over the years, I come to appreciate and see what life can and is. We just need to try to get things going that the community can benefit from them, you know. So that's my greatest wish, for them to be more able to be self-reliant. We would like to make it possible to be in a position again to employ more disabled people so that they can be independent.
Coming up on Caring Hands.
Krista Stevenson spearheads the making of blessing beads at Monex Limited by persons who are disabled. This is an income-generating job for them.
These beads started in a yoga studio, and I would have one person helping me to make the jewelry. And as demand grew, I volunteered at several places, and somebody told me about Monex here. And it was, for me, perfect for somebody in a small business where you don't have the overhead for a separate factory or location. And basically whatever I give the coordinator, Mr. Hilton, he, will divvy it out to everybody, and I don't have to worry about materials missing. There's a lot of integrity here. We manufacture and make the things here, and they're sold through retailers elsewhere. So there's no selling that happens here. It's just to manufacture and make our product. It was one of those things where I didn't go to school for beading. I just started researching. I moved back to Jamaica, and I remember my father had given me a necklace out of these beads when I was about 8. And so I was on a quest to find them, and I did. And I wanted to make something with them, but I didn't just want to make a necklace or a bracelet. So I wanted to make something with meaning. And so in researching, I was researching rosaries and all sorts of other spiritual beads, malas, which is a Buddhist or Hindu type of prayer bead, and that's what we predominantly make. And so this appeals to the wellness and yoga markets, but it's also worn in fashion. But we don't make fashion jewelry. really created with thought and intent behind it. I'm very happy with the end product. I'm very happy with the team that's here. They take a lot of pride in their work, and I just want this to be an opportunity for people to have more awareness for people with disabilities, because I don't stand and bead. I sit and make the jewelry, and as far as I'm concerned right now, we're all pretty much equal in what we're doing, because they make a beautiful product. There are people now who are sending me pictures. We're on Instagram, and they're sending me pictures from all around the world who are wearing these beads that were made by this team here. We have a tagline, Jamaica to the world, one of the things, so it's nice if Jamaica is known for something positive. There's a lot of positive that happens here, and I see Jamaica as a wellness destination. It's a very spiritual place. I think there's more awareness to go back to our roots, our African roots. These beads, there's so many stories where they come from, and it's a connection to our history. They come from the soil. They came with all the people that came to Jamaica. Their stories I've gotten from the Indians that came, they brought it with them. Maroons, they have a history of the beads. They probably came with the beads over during the transatlantic slave trade. And there are lots of good stories which you can follow us on our blog and get more of that. The beads have been here, and usually you'll see them in more craft context. What we're doing is utilizing semi-precious stones, the local seeds, using bits and findings, silver tone, to elevate it in a way. This is a handmade tassel made by Christopher. Gemstones that we do. Some of these are locally cast here, and we use the bronze rods that we use to weld for all the burglar bars around Jamaica. We melt down the bronze. So it's being creative with what is available. Very few materials are imported. The idea is also inspired by different stories and myth. And the brand is Story and Myth, and we call these things blessing beads. So the thought behind it is you give a blessing and you get a blessing. So it's about giving and receiving positive, being positive out there, and always having hope.
What I do here is the bead stuff that is here, like making the chains and the bracelet. And earrings are coming very soon. And we also have the headbands. I like the relaxation of the job and type of people that I'm working with now. The group is comfortable working together, because we always try, somebody start praying, and if somebody else have a bad day, we make it our responsibility to change that so they can have a different mood. I heard about it one morning when I was leaving home that there's a new project coming up about the Joe beads. And then I went up there and got to Mr. Hilton. Mr. Hilton told me that yes, the project is going on, and if I want to be a part of it, it's okay. And I'm glad that I'm a part of it. Doing this bead, I learned so much about making jewelry. A whole lot of techniques. We see these stuff before, but these are much more different. These are very, very technical. And our job, we think of our job very spiritual. Meaning if we are in a bad mood, we're absent from work. Because our work is not about bad mood, it's about joy and peace and love, you know what I mean? I saw a lady on the television wearing a set. Yeah man, and I was screaming more than my baby mother, you know? Yeah. It was wonderful, and even when I saw the newspaper, yeah, and see this lady, and she's a well-known, popular lady wearing this stuff. It's a wonderful feeling, and that gives me more energy and more vibes to like keep it up and do more. Right now I can say thanks to Mr. Hilton. And more thanks to Miss Christie. And for my co-workers, trust me, I'm like the little trouble around them, you know, so, you know, when I'm absent from work, it's like a part of the joy is not there. But all I can say to them, keep it up, and whatever you're doing now, anything that come new, learn on it, grasp on it, and you never can tell.
I do rough work. I used to live at the hostel. They have a hostel here. We live there to like, go to school and then we go on our own. I used to do sewing. I used to do embroidery, crochet. Miss Christie showed us how to make the craft and I'm enjoying it a lot.
Coming up on Caring Hands.
The shoe shop is, I think, the only one in Jamaica and the Caribbean, and they make shoes for people with disabilities.
My name is Alfonso Cunningham. I've been working here for about 14, 15 years. We basically made orthopedic shoes. When we started, we prescribed by a doctor, the persons. We made for patients here too. But first you have to go to a clinic here, which is a doctor. They have a clinic here on Tuesday. So they do take outside patients. So what they do is come to a clinic on a particular day, call it like Tuesday, they work. So we send them to the clinic, get their docket, register, send them over to the doctor prescribes what they want, and tell us, we look at the prescription, read it, see what the doctor wants, and then we order the shoes for them.
So this is the last, so we, build the shoes around, So this part is the last, so we build the shoes around this, put the leather on it, thing, and then we just, build it from there and start to work. And these are the mold thing. So we do mold the shoes. So mold the shoes and make the leather. Same thing like this. But this is more the severe kind of foot. Kind of bend up foot them and stuff like that. This is also the same. This is a baby foot. And this is a adult foot. While this is a normal shoes. And stuff for normal last. So we have the Dennis Brown splint. It's a sleeping shoes. This will make adjustable. So we have 60 or 90 degree different. So we have different wear angles for them. These are the new type. This is just a straight one. Sleeping shoes also. So this is a shoes where someone have a stump. Losing foot by him ankle. So I'm losing ankle, so we make a stump shoes. So if you can look closer, we just start to build it. So we just have adjusting them up now and stuff like that. And we like these are caliper shoes. So we'll just show you the caliper earlier on. Like this. So we put it in like this. And kind of lock it down like so the person, can be able to walk. And these are people with polio. Not necessarily polio alone, but people with stiff foot or weak leg in a joint. So we call it a caliper when we shoe with it.
So these now is an open toe shoes. If you notice, it's open from way down. It's open from way down. So there's the person's foot again. It's kind of difficult to get him in a booty. So we make an open toe shoes, or it's better for him and close it. Some shoes different in terms of the timing. Like this will take him a time. If we have everything, and the material, our shoes probably can take us a day. And it depends on the type of shoes. Like if it was a stretcher like this, it will probably take a day.
So this is basically the machine that removes to dress the shoes on. So they dress the shoes. So this, we sand the shoes. At first when we last it, now we cut it and stuff like this. We have to sand the edge and stuff like that. So this is the sander. This is now the dresser. This is where we polish the shoes with, shine it, and so forth. So the finishing part of the shoe. These are different things. This is a brush. So we call this a brush. For the brown, these are brown shoes, and these are black shoes. And here so now we can look if we make a small baby shoes, we do the edging on this for a Dennis Brown splint. So this is edge shoes and so forth. So it's basically that was this machine ago. This is the finishing touch of the shoes.
We'll have to get some form of investment, some funds. I know the government is trapped, as most people are. I don't know where we get it from, but because corporate Jamaica now is like, they help sometimes, but most of the time the interest is not there, I think.